Hey, from New Jersey, it's the SNL Nerds, the show where two comics from New Jersey nerd out about Saturday Night Live. I'm your co-host, Darren Patterson.
And I'm your co-host, John Trumbull.
John Trumbull, how are you? Happy summer days to you. How's the summer treating you, old friend, old pal of mine?
Pretty well so far. It's, shaping up to be an eventful summer. We actually just got finished, talking a little off air about, like, some eventful things going on in our lives. So, we both got some cool stuff going on, which is nice.
Yes, things are happening. Things are percolating. Things are popping. We're on the move. We're on the go. Our lives are thriving, people. Thriving.
Well, I mean, maybe not thriving, but there is the potential to thrive in the near future.
I'm trying to sell us, John. I'm trying to, like, people.
I know. It's just my natural cynicism has to counter your natural optimism. So
okay, John.
It's a freaking frack sort of thing. You know?
John, we're movers and shakers, and big things are happening to us, and we're gonna rule the world with an iron fist, John. Things are happening.
Okay, yes, you're right. Okay, of course, silly me. Yeah. So
yes,
yeah, that's nothing but net from here on out.
Exactly. It's my life, my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Standing tall on the wings of my dream.
Okay, I wasn't expecting us to go Perfect Strangers like in the first 5 minutes, but all right, sure, I'm here for it.
Nobody expects us to go Perfect Strangers in the first 5 minutes.
And now we will do the dance of joy. Hey. You never see Perfect Strangers around anymore, is it? It doesn't like pop up on streaming or anything like that, right?
No, it's one of those shows that's like, I don't know.
Down the memory hole.
Yeah, kind of down the memory hole. It's not like Golden Girls that they show reruns everywhere all the time. It's like,
right.
I feel like that's the reason why, like, Gen Zers and the younger folks don't know it as much, and that's a shame.
Yeah,
it's a damn shame. They're erasing our history, John.
I mean, yeah, okay.
All right, yeah, all right. Well, you're not.
I don't know. I don't look at, like, Perfect Strangers as this lost classic. I was like, okay, I watched it when I was 14. I remember enjoying it, but I don't know if it would hold up. Maybe it does. Maybe it holds up beautifully. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't. Maybe I would like the option to find out if I ever got curious about it. So maybe it should be streaming somewhere.
John, your yes and skills leave much to be desired. I'm here trying to pump it up, and you bring it down.
Well, I mean, this is what I do. This is what I do on the podcast. I deflate the balloon.
That's you deflating the balloon, John.
That's very much the dynamic that we have on the two protagonists of the movie we're covering this week.
Ooh, segue.
We got Max Bialystock and Leo Bloom, played by Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick, in the movie version of the musical version of the movie The Producers.
What?
Yeah. So we, because Mel Brooks turned 100 a week or two back, and that's such a big deal. I mean, not many people make it to 100, and that deserves some celebration. Last week we did History of the World Part 1. We said, like, hey, let's do The Producers as well, because that's got Will Ferrell in it and other people. So let's watch this. I haven't watched The Producers in forever.
It's been a minute. Both the original. This is my first time watching the. I don't know. I guess it's not a remake, but the reboost, the Redux. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's an interesting history. So The Producers was like a film in 1967. It was one of the first films that Mel Brooks directed.
Right.
And it's looked on as this big comedy classic. It had Zero Mostel and a very young Gene Wilder in it. Very funny. I went and rewatched that one for the first time in a few years just to kind of prep for this and refresh my memory of it.
Oh, okay.
And then years later, in 2001, they turned The Producers into a Broadway musical. And
yes.
with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick. And that was this huge mega hit. It was a phenomenon. It won like 12 Tonys, which was like a record at the time. It might still be a standing record. I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember like watching the Tonys that year, and Mel Brooks was like almost apologetic. He was like, "I'm sorry to all the other nominees, but this is a phenomenon." He was just kind of
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, this wasn't going to be anybody else's year. This is our year."
right. Like it was a phenomenon in the same way that like Hamilton was. Like I remember
Yes.
like everybody was talking about the producers, the producers. You got to see the
Hmm.
producers. Oh my lord, the producers! Holy
Yeah.
smokes, the producers,
Yeah,
producers.
yeah. Because I mean, yeah. Every once in a while, there's this Broadway show that just becomes the thing that everybody needs to see, and
Hmm.
like the producers was that. Hamilton was certainly that. I think Book of Mormon was that, or maybe still is that.
Wicked, I'd say.
Wicked, yeah. I mean, Lion King's still running, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not a big Broadway guy,
Yeah,
John. I know you look at me and you see, cosmopolitan and culture, but I'm not, Mr. Broadway as I'd have you to believe.
I haven't been able to keep up with Broadway as much as I would like. I used to be able to like periodically go see something, but I've gotten kind of priced out of that. So
Mm.
it's been ages since I've seen a Broadway show. We should go to like the ticket booth, the tickets booth in Times Square where you can get like cheap Broadway tickets for like on the day.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think I remember. I mean, back when my wife and I were dating, like we
Hmm.
did that, and we went to see Rent for like
Right.
I think we got like maybe $30 a ticket or something, or
Yeah.
maybe even cheaper. I know we got it for like dirt cheap. Like she was like she was able to know those ways you can like finagle getting cheap Broadway tickets.
Yeah,
But
you can make some deals if you're like seeing something on the day, and that's a fun adventure. A lot of times you go, you're not sure which show you're going to see, but so
yeah, yeah, it's always fun.
anyway,
So
so I actually this is as good a time to talk about this as any. I actually got to see the producers on Broadway with
ooh,
Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick. So like
ooh,
they were the original Broadway cast,
right.
and then they left after a certain amount of time, and the ticket sales went down because, well, they just basically didn't have big stars to replace them. Nothing against the subsequent cast, but the ticket sales kind of dipped because you didn't have the name actors in it anymore. And so, like, Lane and Broderick came back for a while, and when they did, um, a friend of mine and I, we were like, okay, we drug our feet doing it before, but they're coming back now. This is our second chance. We got to go see the producers. We got to make this happen, and we were able to make it happen. So that was very cool, and that was quite an experience that I will always remember.
Oh,
And it's
lovely.
it's a great show. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So did that show, like, did this movie, were they able to replicate the excitement of the Broadway show in your eyes?
I think yes and no. I mean, there are
Mm.
some bits of it I really, really like. There are some bits of it I'm just like, oh, you missed it. I think it works better as a Broadway show than it does as a movie musical.
I I would agree. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this movie, the producers came out December 16th, 2005, directed by Susan Stroman, and this is
Hmm.
the first and
Who is
only.
the director of the Broadway show?
Yes, this is the first and only film she's directed because she comes from, like you said, a background in theater. She won 5 Tonys, directed the producers on Broadway. She's a choreographer
Hmm.
as well.
Yes.
This film was also written by Mel Brooks and Thomas Meehan, they wrote the book for the producers. Um, Meehan wrote the book for Annie, Hairspray, Young Frankenstein, and Crybaby. And yeah, again, another man from the theater. Had a budget of 45 mil, only grossed 38 mil. I remember when this coming out, it not doing as well as I thought it would do. It was a bit of a bomb.
Yeah,
This
I
one.
I mean, and I'm sure they had every reason to expect this to be a big hit, but it opened to like kind of mixed reviews, and it didn't just catch fire with the public, and I don't know why exactly that was. I had some theories. I have some
Yeah,
theories. We'll get into
something.
it. We'll get
Yeah,
into it.
I mean, according to Wikipedia, they say, well, this opened like a few days after King Kong, the Jack Black movie with Naomi Watts came out.
Yeah, the Peter Jackson remake of
Yeah, the
King
Peter
Kong.
Jackson
Yeah.
remake, and also this came out the week after the Chronic What Calls of Narnia and Brokeback Mountain. So maybe all those movies maybe contributed
Hmm.
to not as many people going out to see that. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like this movie's like different enough that it wouldn't affect it, but
I don't
I
know.
could be wrong.
If you're not doing as well as the Chronicles of Narnia,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Roll up that chronic. What killed the
I
Narnia?
mean, because I don't think that movie did all that great. They eked out like one or maybe two sequels to that, but they didn't get through all the C.S. Lewis books.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
movie.
that was supposed to be like the next Harry Potter, and that didn't
It
end up
it
happening.
it was not.
Yeah.
More like Harry Notter. Hey, oh,
Yeah.
hey, got him.
So, had you seen this movie before, or had you seen the original producers before?
The original I saw years ago, just because, back when I fancied myself a cinephile and it was like, oh, I've heard so much about the producers, I should, sit down and watch it. And I remember liking it, but yeah, I haven't seen it since then. But as far as this version, I haven't. I have not seen. No, this was new.
Okay, yeah. So this was the first time in quite a few years that I'd seen the musical, and I went back and I rewatched the original film from 1967 because I was like, I want to refamiliarize myself with that, and then I can speak more intelligently about the differences between the various versions because there are pretty different. Like the original movie from '67 that took place in the present day, when they went back to change it into a musical, they moved it back in time to 1959. So that's kind of interesting, and there are some significant plot changes to just kind of make it into a good Broadway musical. And I think that was a big part of the success of the musical version. I mean, they were kind of smart to revamp it a bit, but they kept the stuff that people loved about the movie.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, sounds good. So let's dive into this. I'm excited to talk about this with you, good sir.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, we start out. We got the opening number, which is called Opening Night. We got like these two usherettes who come out and they're hyping up. They're like, it's Max Bialystok's latest show. Will it flop or will it go? I've listened to the original cast recording of this a lot.
Nice.
So I know the numbers pretty well.
Oh, so now you're going to be doing the singing on this episode instead of me.
Singing, maybe like talk singing.
Come on, John. The people want you to sing, Johnny boy. Come on.
No, they really don't.
Come on.
They really don't. They really don't. I'd have to get like a certain balance of alcohol. It's a whole thing.
Okay. All right. All right, so hey, start doing some shots, my friend. Line them up.
Well, gosh, I don't know if I have much alcohol in the house.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think there's some peppermint schnapps, maybe.
Yeah, now it's time to party. Now you're talking. That's a party.
So it's Broadway producer Max Bialystok's latest show. It's Funny Boy, a musical version of Hamlet, and the usherettes are like, the cast is taking their final bow. Here comes the audience now, and the audience storms out, and it seems initially like they're raving about it, but then they finally say, it's the worst show in town, and they just talk about how it's an awful, awful, awful show.
Yes, the songs were rotten, the book was stinking. What he did to Shakespeare, Booth did to Lincoln.
Yeah, so, very funny lyrics in the songs. Now, in the Broadway show, this leads into the big number that basically introduces Max Bialystok, called the King of Broadway, which was basically like Nathan Lane's first big number in the show, and they cut that from the movie, I guess, for time. I think you can see it as a deleted scene, probably on YouTube and definitely on the DVD or whatever.
Okay.
But it throws the balance off a little bit because like Nathan Lane's like the big star of the movie, and he doesn't have a big number until well into the movie, like a big solo number.
Yeah, I did notice that he has like that one big solo number at like towards the end when I guess we could say when he's in prison.
The Betrayed. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's his big number for sure.
Yeah, that's a good showstopper towards the end of Act 2. But so we instead just cut straight to Max Bialystok's office, and we meet Nathan Lane as Max Bialystok. He's had a number of flops, so he's not doing as well. He used to be the king of Broadway.
Right.
Now he's just had a bad run of it.
Yeah, and I mean, we also learned that he has a number of investors lines up. By investors, he means wealthy old ladies who
Mm-hmm.
he sort of seduces in order, for
Yeah.
money in order to fund his projects.
He is
But
sleeping with lots of little old ladies to get
yes,
backing for his plays.
he's
And
basically like a hustler, a gigolo at this
yeah,
point.
and he's got like this cabinet, and he opens up the cabinet. He's got a picture of each one of his theater Patreons, um,
Mm.
and, and each one has he knows them by their kink. Like one of them's like, "Hold me, kiss me," touch me, do me, and it's very
So,
funny.
yes, touch me, rub me, love me long. No, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that's his thing. And then we kind of get introduced to Leo Bloom, played
Hmm.
by Matthew Broderick, who plays the accountant who
Yes.
who comes in to look at his books, basically.
Yeah, he's this nebbishy accountant, and he comes over, and he's of course interrupting Bialystok as he's trying to seduce one of his backers.
Mm.
And Bloom, he knows who Bialystok is. He says, like, I went to Who's of 42 as a kid, and that started my dream of being a Broadway producer. Uh, and and as Broderick is going over the books, he discovers that there is a $2,000 discrepancy in the books of his last show. Like he raised $2,000 more than he needed to put on the show. So,
Right. And Max tells him to overlook it and move some
right,
decimal points around.
right,
And then that's when Leo has this big epiphany.
yes,
Uh,
and he's like, you could actually make more money with a flop than with a hit, because if you raised more money than you needed and the show flops, no one is really interested in doing a big audit on a flop show. So you could just get away with all that extra money.
oh, okay. It took me a minute to understand the whole logic of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if you raise more money than you need, but the movie's a flop, then no one cares. So
Right.
everybody's like, whatever. So you just get to keep all them. Oh, okay. All right. Now I got it.
Yeah. And yeah, so he says that's how you could make more money with a flop than with a hit. And Leo's just saying this as an intellectual exercise, like a hypothetical. But Max is like, hey, dollar signs in my eyes.
Mm.
Hey, and there's a very funny bit where he's like, well, let's assume that you're a dishonest person. And Max just goes, assume away. What do you think of like Lane and Broderick's performances in this?
I don't know. I think they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
I was doing this throughout the movie, and I kind of hated myself for doing it. But like
Mm-hmm.
with Broderick, I couldn't help but just constantly sort of compare him to Gene Wilder in my mind. Like especially during the blanket scene, because there's that one scene where Max takes away Leo's blanket, and he, of course, Leo freaks out. It's like, that's my blanket. I need it. And like Gene Wilder was able to do it so well that like when you see Matthew Broderick do it, you can't help but compare. Like, it seems like he's trying to be like Wilder, and it's I don't know if it.
Yeah. I feel like they are both very broad because, of course, they did the stage show together for it had to be hundreds of performances. I know the stage show ran for like over 2,000 performances. They weren't in it for the entire run, of course, but I mean they obviously developed a real chemistry and a real rhythm together. But I feel like they are still very broad in the movie. They're still kind of playing to the back row.
Yeah, like I mean, we'll get into it, but I feel like that about a lot of performers in this movie, because like there are some performers in this movie that were on the Broadway show, and like
Most of the cast. Yeah.
most of the cast, yeah. So
Yeah.
when like you have people like that are predominantly from the theater, they're the theater, acting like they're like like they're used to playing it big and broad, but in films and movies you don't have to play it big and broad. You got microphones and a camera right in your face.
Yeah, you can be a little subtler. And I mean, but of course, this is a big flamboyant show, so of course you do have to be somewhat larger than life. So it's a difficult balance, and I feel like sometimes they are maybe a little broader than they should be.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're very polished performances. I mean, they
Yes.
obviously, and they find like lots of fun bits of business. So I like Lane and Broderick in this more than I don't.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So let's see. There's another number where Max Bialystock is basically trying to convince Leo to go along with the scheme. He has they have a number called "We Can Do It,"
Yes.
where he's just trying to convince Leo to go along, and they do a nice job of opening up the play a bit, because of course in the play that scene takes place entirely in the office, and here they like go outside halfway through, and Max is sort of chasing Leo around.
Yeah, like they run through the streets, they dodge taxis, and then they end up in a Central Park in front of a fountain,
Right.
and then like Leo just rebuffs him, saying, "No, I'm a chicken, I'm a coward, I can't do this, I don't want to go to jail, I'm not conniving like you," and he just ends up running back to his work office, Whitehall and Marks.
Yes, the accounting firm where we see something I'd totally forgotten about. John Lovitz is in this movie.
That I shouted out loud, "Oh shit, Lovitz!"
Yeah, I was like, I put in my notes, I was like, John Lovitz, with like 3 exclamation points. I was like, holy shit, we got John Lovitz up in here. I'd totally forgotten he was in this.
Hello, everyone.
I remembered that Will Ferrell was in it, and he was playing Franz Liebken, who we'll get to soon.
Right.
But I'd totally forgotten that John Lovitz shows up as the head of the accounting firm.
Yeah, and we have a third SNL connection in this movie too, towards the end. So stick around, stay tuned, find out.
Which also surprised me, and I don't know the backstory there, but it's like it's somebody who's like taking a much smaller part than you would usually expect them.
Yeah,
But the person also gets like really good billing in the closing credits, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, what was that about? I saw him. I was like, "Oh, you're so much better than this little part. Why are you just doing this little thing here?"
Maybe it was just the opportunity to be in the producers or work with Mel Brooks, or I mean, who knows? Anyway, so there's a number at the accounting firm, like unhappy, which all the accountants are saying they're unhappy, unhappy. So and we just see how dreary Leo's life is.
Yeah.
And Leo is he gets back to the office. He's sort of daydreaming about being a Broadway producer. And he sings this is like Matthew Broderick's first big solo number. I want to be a producer. And he just talks about like why he wants to be a Broadway producer. And he's just thinking of all the fame and the glamour and the fun and the showgirls.
Yeah. It's a nice little bit of world building where we learn about Leo and how, like, yeah, he's this kind of nebbishy little nobody, but he has big dreams of doing bigger and better things. While of course, while John Lovitz, just chewing up the scenery, playing the stereotypical boss of the '50s, where you just wear a suit, chomp a cigar, and verbally assault your employees.
It's a great part for Lovitz. I mean, yeah. I mean, casting him was, I think, a stroke of genius.
No, for sure.
Yeah, and he's really just in that one scene, but he makes the most of his part. And I think the number, the "I Want to Be a Producer" number, that's one of my favorite numbers from this movie. The production of it is pretty amazing, because we've got all these showgirls in these pearl costumes coming out of the filing cabinets, and it's a great number on stage too. But it goes into sort of more of a dream sequence here, where we've got Leo Bloom's name up in lights and amazing sets.
Great sets for sure.
Yeah. So that was, I think, definitely one of my favorite numbers from the movie.
Yeah, I do like after this sort of dance sequence, dream sequence thing, when Leo finally gets the courage to tell off his boss. Yeah. I did like Lovitz's quote of saying, "Do I smell the revolting stench of self-esteem in here?"
Great line. And he also, like early in the scene, Lovitz is sort of twisting the knife. He's like, "You're just an accountant. I'm a certified public accountant." And when Leo finally gets fed up and gets the courage to quit, he says, "You are a CPA. You're a certified public asshole."
Oh.
And so he quits. He goes to find Leo again, or to find Max again, and he says like, "Hey, I'm in. We're gonna do this get rich quick scheme." And yeah, so they go into business together as Bialystok and Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the plan is because they want the play they produce to flop, they decide they are going to find the worst play ever written.
Right. Find the worst play, hire the worst director, hire the worst actors, just do everything they can to guarantee this thing will just be DOA.
Right, right. And Max says we're going to find something that is certain to offend people of all races, creeds, and religions. and he finally finds a play called Springtime for Hitler, which is basically a Valentine to Adolf Hitler, which back in 2005, this was a humorous idea because we agreed that Nazis were bad people.
We all agreed. That's the one thing we could have all agreed on.
We were all on the same page there. And then, the Greatest Generation started to die off, and then some people were like, well, actually, no, we had it right the first time. Nazis are bad.
Just let's hear them out. They have some interesting ideas. And
yeah. Well, I mean, what if we just had a little bit of prejudice against other races and did the occasional Nazi salute? And it's like, no, don't do that.
Just a little, just a smidge, a dash of racism.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah. So they find this script, "Springtime for Hitler," written by Franz Liebkind, and they track him down. He lives in the city, and this is where we get our second SNL connection, Mr. Will Ferrell playing Franz Liebkind.
Will Ferrell, he was like, I guess the fourth build in the cast. Will Ferrell was like a pretty big name by 2005 because he'd had a few hits under his belt.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I totally see why they got him. But the guy they had on stage, Brad Oscar, he was wonderful in the role. And it was, I believe it was Kenneth Mars in the original movie. And he was brilliant as well.
Nice.
Yeah, Will Ferrell has some big shoes to fill, some big boots to goose step in.
Some big goose steppers.
Yeah,
and I think for the most part he did pretty well.
I think he did decently. Yeah.
I like it.
I don't think he's the big weak link in this movie. We will get to that.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna get saucy.
Ooh, go on, girl.
Oh, and there's also a bit like a recurring bit where there's a hat in the office, and Leo wants to wear the hat, and Max is like, no, you can't wear that hat until you are officially a Broadway producer, and you're not a Broadway producer yet because you haven't produced a play yet.
Damn.
This is never going to come back again.
Nope. So. It gets mentioned once and never again.
Yeah. But so they go to see Franz Liebkind, the playwright, to try and get the rights to produce this play. And they go see him on the roof of his building. He's wearing a German helmet and a lederhosen.
Yep. He's totally sane.
Yes. I miss the bird poop on the helmet that Kenneth Mars had in the original movie. That was a nice visual touch. They didn't do that here. I don't know why. But but he keeps pigeons. He's like on the roof keeping his pigeon. And
he's like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. there's one pigeon named Adolf that at one point gives a Nazi salute with its wing, and it's kind of adorable.
It's the cutest Nazi salute you ever did see.
It's as adorable as you could be while giving a Nazi salute. On a scale from Elon Musk at like -100 to this pigeon is, A+. Funny Nazi salute.
Yes, he does it. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Look at little Nazi salute.
Yeah. So they bond with Franz Liebkind. They kind of persuade Franz Liebkind. Like at first when they show up, he's like, I was never a member of the Nazi party.
Yeah.
And he's like denying this. But they eventually convince him like, no, we want to put on your play. We want people to see the secret side of Adolf Hitler.
Yes, the good side of him.
Right.
He was a great dancer.
He was a great dancer. He was a great painter. He once painted 2 coats of one room in a single afternoon.
Wow. So he agrees to let him do his play if they do the Guten Tag dance at first.
The Guten Tag Hopklop, yes.
Yeah, Guten Tag Hopklop.
Guten Tag Hopklop. Guten Tag Hopklop. Yeah.
And then he makes them take the Siegfried Oath and swear their allegiance to Hitler, making them wear swastika armbands.
Yes, and
wow.
I love, and he gives it to both of them, and and Nathan Lane has a great line. He's just sort of handling the armband, and he goes, "Oh, look, reversible," and he just like turns it around, just showing that the swastika looks the same right side up or upside down.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. I'll give him that.
Great gag, and they swear their eternal allegiance to Adolf Elizabeth Hitler.
Elizabeth?
Yes, not many people know this, but the Fuhrer was descended from a long line of English queens. And he just, really?
I actually ended up having to look that up just to see if that was bullshit or not.
I don't think his name was Elizabeth.
No, it's not. Yeah. I was like, is his name? No. Let me.
But there's a nice bit where they're like raising a finger to give the pledge, and then when France is not looking, they switch to their middle finger to kind of show they don't really mean it.
Cheeky.
Yeah. And of course we get Will Ferrell turning his head, and then they very quickly switch to the other finger. It's very funny, and that's the sort of thing like where you can see the hundreds of stage performances paid off.
No, absolutely. And of course, so they take the oath, and so Franz signs the contract, and of course he lets them know that, of course, the penalty for breaking the Siegfried Oath is death.
Death.
So he threatens to murder the people he just signed a contract with if they break the oath, and ends it with saying, "I haven't been this happy since we crushed Poland."
Yeah. So then Max and Leo, they have to find a horrible director to put on this horrible play. So they go to Roger Debris, who is a renowned Broadway director who is horrible. Mm-hmm. And they go over to his home, and they meet his assistant Carmen Gia. And these are two veterans of the stage show. These are Gary Beach and Roger Bart, both incredible in their roles.
Right. Carmen, his common law assistant.
Yes.
And and of course Roger comes out wearing a dress because he's getting in for a big costume ball, the choreographer's ball.
He's like, "I'm supposed to be the Princess Anastasia. I think I look like the Chrysler Building." And so and again, 1959, they're very nervous about this man in a dress. It is not a typical thing.
Yeah, I know. It's scandalous.
It's scandalous, and they ask him like, "Well, what did you think of the play?" And he's like, "Oh, read it. I devoured it. And I learned so much. For instance, I never knew that the Third Reich meant Germany." And Max is just like, "Yeah, how about that?"
Who knew?
Yeah. Oh, and they discover when they get there, they're still wearing their swastika armband.
Oh, yeah. They're like, "Why don't you tell me we had these on?" They still had these on.
There's a really nice moment in the original film, which I kind of wish they could have kept in this version, where as soon as they get outside Fran Liebken's building, they take off the armbands and they throw them in the garbage. And I think Max Zero Mostel just spits on them. And I don't think they even say anything, but it's just a nice touch to show their real feelings. And
for sure.
I kind of miss that.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's like, because like they're able, like in the movie, they just kind of go along with this, and you're a little bit like, well, all right. So are they just doing this to get along, or like where do they really stand on Nazism?
Yes,
you want to believe they're not for it.
Well, it's just a nice moment of gravity in this absurd comedy. So
yes, that too.
I kind of miss that. But so they convince Roger Debris to do it, but he decides he has to give it a happy ending because he's like, they're losing the war. That's too depressing.
Yes, keep it light, keep it bright, keep it gay.
Keep it gay, and he gives explanations for all the happy endings he likes to see in 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 plays. It's like, people don't want to see a litany of woe. One of my favorite lyrics is he says, "Oedipus won't bomb if he winds up with mom. Keep
Good.
it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay."
Wow.
And of course, the joke is we're using gay both to mean the modern meaning of homosexual, but gay in the original meaning, of like light and frothy and
Frothy.
yeah, that sort of thing. So
yeah, and then we meet Roger's team, his set designer, a dude that's straight up all in leather, handlebar mustache, no shirt.
Right.
Costume designer, choreographer, just all stereotypical, over the top homosexual men.
Yes, we basically see the Village People.
Yes.
Which is all the funnier because, again, this takes place in 59, so like a couple of decades before the Village People were a thing.
Yes, and then they show the lighting director is this gay, how do I say this properly without...
A stereotypical looking butch lesbian.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank God. Oh, my God.
Keep it gay. Keep it gay.
Keep it gay.
And all the rest are just these flamboyant gay men.
Yes.
And it's so over the top and it's so outrageous and it's so stereotypical. It's just, it crosses the line from offensive and just goes straight to funny. So.
Right, exactly. Then they all end up doing like a conga line at the end of it.
And one of the guys in the production team, the guy who was like shirtless in like a purple thing, he was on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think his name was Rodriguez or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Jai Rodriguez?
That's the guy. Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't see if there was that.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a fan of the show back in the day.
Check out that was a fun show. A friend of mine showed me a few episodes of it, and he, my friend had like written a few comic books in his day, and he said like, if you think about it, it's like the Queer Eye guys. They are like superheroes because they just swoop in, they fix these people's lives, and then they swoop out again.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a real neat way to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. That show did give me some nice grooming tips and told me how to tuck in my shirt and shit. It's like, hey, all right.
Because we need help with tucking in the shirts.
Yes, I'm a goddamn...
It's not a skill a straight guy can master.
No one tells us anything. We have no idea. We don't know what wine goes with what meat.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
What do we know of exfoliation?
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah, moisturizer? What do we know about that?
No, I mean, where are my... What do they call those? Like the hot spots or the...
T-zones?
The T-zones, yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
It's been a long time since I watched it. So.
But yeah, thank you, Queer Eye guys. You're helping us all out.
Yeah. So Roger Debris agrees to direct the show, but only if he can have them win the war. And of course, this sounds like a disastrous idea. So Max is like, yes, that's great. That's perfect. Let's do that.
Let's make that happen.
And then, Max and Leo go back to the office and they're like, hey, this is great. This is working out beautifully. This is going to succeed. Nothing will come between us. And then we have our last major character, Uma Thurman as Ulla, the Swedish. She wants to audition as an actress, but they're not ready to cast yet, so they decide to hire her as a secretary receptionist.
Right, because it's Uma Thurman and she looks like Uma Thurman. They're immediately are smitten with her. And they're like, yeah, you could have whatever job you want. You could be in the movie. You could do whatever. Just yes, you're hired. Please, just stay.
We have a position for you. I think we have several positions for you.
Awooga. Okay, go on.
Yeah, so I feel like Uma Thurman is a little miscast in the movie. I don't think she was quite up to the task.
I do wonder why they put. I mean, I guess I know why, because she was a big name. This is like
a name,
this is after the Kill Bill movies. But
right.
but I feel like it is weird because like this is like a musical comedy, and she's
Mm-hmm.
not really a singer, and she's not
Yeah,
really a comedian.
yeah, her voice is kind of thin. She can't really quite belt it out with like, Broadway quality. I know she was doubled for a few of the dance moves, and I'm just kind of like, well, why did you cast this person? Because like, there's a few times where you see like Ula do like a splits or something, and you very obviously do not see Uma Thurman's face.
Right.
And apparently, she was doubled by whoever was currently playing Ula on stage at the time. Um,
Yeah, and like there are, and she plays Ula as she's from Sweden, so she has a
yeah,
Swedish accent, but that accent goes in and out like
yeah.
I don't know what, like a
I mean,
cuckoo.
it is supposed to be a comic Swedish accent. I mean,
Yeah.
she's an exaggerated cartoon character, but also like, and this sounds like a very odd thing to say about Uma Thurman, but she doesn't seem quite Vava Vumi enough
Oh.
for the. I, I don't know, because again, I'm comparing this to the stage version. The stage version was played by this excellent Broadway actress by the name of Katie Huffman, who I think her career is mostly on the stage. But like Ula is like this super curvaceous, it's like a Marilyn Monroe type or
Yeah.
something like that. Or I looked it up, like, I don't think Megan Hilty was quite famous enough yet, but this would be like a tailor made part for Megan Hilty. Um, just the type of woman who walks into the room and every man is like, ah!
Hamana, 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 hubba
Exactly.
hubba,
And
like Christina Hendricks on Mad Men type of thing.
exactly, a Christina Hendricks type, yeah, where it's just and Uma Thurman, incredibly beautiful woman, but she's not that like 50s bombshell type,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
my critiques would be more that she's not. I mean, as far as comedy and music go, she's not.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't really her strengths. So
Yeah.
that would be like, well, why did we cast this person in this comedy musical who doesn't really do comedy or musicals,
And
except for the fact that she's a name.
Yeah, I totally get why you want a name actress in there, and I totally get why they decided to cast a name in the part, and that's of course also why Will Ferrell ends up playing Franz Liebken. And apparently, it was originally going to be Nicole Kidman,
Uh, mm.
and I wondered Nicole Kidman would have been a better fit for it, because I mean she's done musicals, she's done Moulin Rouge, and I think maybe one or two others.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I think Nicole Kidman might have been a better fit for it. Apparently, she dropped out due to scheduling issues or something like that. But yeah, I feel like Uma Thurman isn't quite what she should be in the part.
Yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. She's all right, but I see
Yeah.
what you mean. She does feel like the weak link in here.
Also, like, okay, spoiler: Ula has a big romance with Leo, and I don't know if Uma Thurman and Matthew Broderick have a great deal of chemistry together. So,
No, they really didn't. I just kind of. I mean, I bought into it because I was like, I kind of suspended disbelief. It was like, all right,
right.
this is a movie. But yeah, as far as chemistry together, it doesn't really crackle. I mean, because like in the '67 movie, that doesn't happen, right? This is like a whole new.
Well, in the '67 movie, Ula is like a bit part. She's just kind of a gag, and it's like Max has hired this secretary who literally doesn't speak English, and she just dances around. So that's kind of the gag. She doesn't really have any sort of character or arc beyond that. Beyond just she's just like the eye candy.
Right.
So they really, when they brought it to Broadway, they of course expanded the part because it helps to have a female lead on your musical comedy show. So
Oh, it does.
It's kind of like when they did Spamalot, they gave the Lady in the Lake a big part. So
Okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like Uma Thurman's not quite it.
Not
So,
quite, but she's
Yeah.
giving it her all.
giving her all. She's got her big number is "When You've Got It, Flaunt It,"
Yes,
which is based on one of the lines that Max has early on when he sees like someone getting out of a limousine, and here it's like that person was Ula, and she heard it, and then she writes a song, and it's basically a song about how
she's
hey,
hot.
I know, Yeah, I know I'm hot, and I have no problem showing off that I'm hot.
Yeah, she jumps around and jiggles, and
Yeah.
while sitting, Max and Leo give her a standing ovation.
Yes.
Wink,
Yes.
wink.
Yes. Yes. So they offer her a job as a secretary receptionist until they get the show off the ground. And so they've got the rights to the play. They've got a director. They've got a lead actress. Because there's always a part for the producer's girlfriend. And so Max is like, okay, time for me to raise the money. And so he calls up all his little old lady backers, and we have this number called "Along Came Bialy," which is basically just about him having dalliances with all these elderly women, and we get this big dance number with all the old ladies and walkers.
Yeah, and they're all like kind of tap dancing and not tap, but the walkers are tap dancing, but
right, yeah,
just this army of old biddies.
It's one of the funnier numbers in the show.
It's pretty funny, and we get a little Andrea Martin cameo, which I did not expect to see.
Andrea Martin playing one of the little old ladies, and it's not a big part.
No, not at all.
I mean, but it's just, I feel like Andrea Martin was just in it just to be a part of the show and just to, probably work with Mel Brooks. So
I guess so. Yeah. Again, I was surprised. I was like, whoa, Andrea, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, she doesn't have like a load of close-ups or anything like that. It's just, if you didn't know it was Andrea Martin, you could very easily miss her.
Yeah, very much so. So then Max gets all the money together. He goes to pay the theater. While he does that, Leo looks over the contracts. And then this is where we get that scene that I think you mentioned earlier, where like Ula is like cozying up to Leo, and Leo gets all flustered because like Ula likes him, which kind of comes out of nowhere a little bit, I thought.
They come back to the office again. This is the beginning of Act 2 in the play, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And they come back and they discover that Ula has painted the entire office white. Everything, all the walls, every bit of furniture, the safe where Leo keeps his money in, it is all white. She's painted over the numbers.
Right, because Leo Max told her to tidy up. And she took that to mean, paint the entire office white. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so we have basically a number that establishes the Leo Ula romance. Because there's so much plot, there's not a whole lot of time to establish this, really.
Right.
It's, basically we have this scene to do it.
Yes, this is it.
There is a great line where Ula says, Max, or she says, "Why Bloom go so far, camera right?" And I like that, just like that little break of the fourth wall. I think on stage it was probably like, "Why you go so far stage right?" But of course, it's a movie where it's camera right.
Camera right. That was a good gag. Yeah, I did like that.
And they do a number called That Face, and on stage they actually, on the white walls, they project each other's faces on the walls, and it's like a fun, humorous touch. They didn't do that in the movie. I think it could have worked in the movie, but
why didn't they do that in the movie?
I don't know.
Huh. Curious.
Yeah.
Okay. But
strange, odd,
peculiar.
Might even say queer.
Oh, keep it light, keep it bright, keep it gay.
Yes.
And then they also do like this nice little dance number that almost kind of reminded me. Remember that old Steve Martin and Gilda Radner dance scene? Yeah. That kind of reminded me of from SNL. That kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Little bit. It's very Broadway, though. It's a very Broadway dance scene.
It is very Broadway, and I think the staging is very close to the Broadway show, or what I remember of it. And, considering it was directed by the director and choreography at the Broadway show, I can believe it.
Yes.
So, if it's not broke, why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. So, so then the two of them realize they have feelings for each other, and then they kiss.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman is so much taller than Matthew Broderick.
It is very funny because I know Uma Thurman is a pretty tall woman, and it is funny to see her towering over Leo.
Right. So they kiss. Leo throws away his blanket, and then they cut to the Hitler auditions where they're all dancing for singing and dancing Hitlers.
Right. Yes. And there's a sign, is auditioning for the part of Adolf Hitler, no previous experience necessary.
Oh God, I hope not. I missed that sign. Shit.
Yeah, that's a gag that's in the original movie. We see a newspaper ad that says like auditioning for the role of Hitler, no previous experience necessary.
Oh fuck, I missed that. That's actually pretty hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's one of the great jokes in the movie. And we see like lots of inappropriate or less than inspiring Hitlers. And Franz Liebkin gets very upset, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no! This is what you have to do to this is how you have to perform Hitler." And he does a number called "Haben Sie gehört das Deutsche Band?" And when Franz completes this, Max goes, "That's our Hitler!" and so Franz is now playing the lead role in his own play. And now this is a big difference from the original 1960s movie. Because in the 60s movie, there was this hippie character by the name of LSD who becomes Hitler.
Oh, interesting.
So I think for the Broadway show, they're just kind of streamlining the number of characters so they don't have LSD in it at all. Also, we're moving back to 1959. You can't really have a hippie character.
Yeah, that makes sense. Very true. So and then that's our cast, and it's opening night. Opening night, everybody. We see Leo and Max, going to the theater, ready for their big night. Leo wishes everyone good luck. Everybody winces because apparently it's bad luck to wish everyone good luck on opening night, which I did not know.
That's a theater superstition. Sort of like saying Macbeth in a theater, unless you were performing the play Macbeth. You don't say good luck. You say break a leg.
Oh.
So they have this number, you never say good luck on opening night, where they're just kind of explaining why that is a bad idea. And in the background of this, Max, of course, wants to ensure that they have good luck, or bad luck. So he is wishing everyone good luck. And he's doing things like directing people to walk under ladders. He's swinging a black cat around.
Just all the bad luck.
He probably breaks a few mirrors. He's doing everything he can to ensure that this goes badly.
Right. So this is where Leo's told, don't say bad luck, you say break a leg. So then we see Franz go through the stage door, going to get ready for his big number. Then we hear like a big crash and things falling, and they ask, "Hey, Franz, are you okay? What happened?" Franz said, "I broke my leg."
Yeah. And then they're like, "Oh no, okay, so we don't have our lead actor. We don't have our Hitler for Springtime for Hitler. This is bad."
And apparently Franz doesn't have an understudy, so they asked the director, Roger, to do it.
What can we do? Where can we find someone else to play Hitler? And Roger is holding like a black something in front of his face. I think it's like a black marker or something like that. And he's holding it right under his nose, and it makes this sort of subliminal Hitler mustache. And then they're like, "Roger, you know the show as good as anybody." So they enlist Roger to take Franz's place as in the part of Adolf Hitler.
So Roger is now Hitler. Yep. Curtain goes up. Max, this is it.
And we have probably the most famous sequence from any version of The Producers, the number "Springtime for Hitler,"
which is it's too catchy a number.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. This song is way too catchy.
Springtime for Hitler and Germany.
This
time, winter for Poland and France.
This song is so damn catchy. I hate that this song is so catchy and it gets inside your head so quickly. And
it really is. It's and the number is staged. It's so over the top. We've got like these women. They're dressed up in these like Viking costumes, or they're dressed as like bratwurst and pretzels. And we've got like a singing guy in an SS uniform who looks like Adolf Hitler's wet dream. And everyone in the audience is, of course, stunned, and they're starting to get walkouts because there's just like, this is so horrible. Yeah. This is in such bad taste.
They are aghast.
They are aghast. They're like, no, boo, Hitler. We don't like Hitler. We don't like Nazis.
Right.
Because it's 1959 and we remember World War II and we are still sane as a society.
Yes. As a society, we all agreed Nazis are bad. That's something.
Nazis are bad. If you take one thing away from this podcast, Nazis are bad.
Right. We are on the side of Indiana Jones. Punch a Nazi.
Punch a Nazi. Melt them with religious artifacts if you can.
Yes.
Captain, open up the Mark of the Covenant. Let them dissolve into like skulls. Let them explode.
Exactly.
That is what you want to see happen to Nazis.
Captain America punched out Hitler on the cover of that one comic book. We stand with Captain America here on the SNL Nerds podcast.
This is true. Yes, that was on the cover of Captain America #1, Captain America's first appearance. Might have been Captain America Comics. I really should remember this, but yeah, it was, and that was from like 1940, so it was before the U.S. was even in the war. That's how much Joe Simon and Jack Kirby hated fucking Nazis.
Right.
Jack Kirby has a very famous quote. He says, the only politics I knew was that if a guy liked Hitler, I would kick his ass.
Thank you. That's all anybody needs to know.
That's why he was the king, man.
He's a king, baby. It's good to be the king.
Kirby, man. It's good to be the king.
Yeah.
So people are leaving out of disgust, but then Roger comes on as Hitler, and he has sort of a solo number called "How Myself," and he's playing it very sassy, very light, very gay, and a flamboyantly gay Hitler strikes everyone as hilarious.
Right.
It's satire. Oh, okay.
Everything is showbiz. He's the German Ethel Merman.
Yes. Yeah. So now people are loving it. It's because
they're like, oh, it's satire. Oh, I see what it's satire.
Right. So now the show is a smash. It's this huge success, which is, of course, the last thing that Max and Leo wanted, because they can't keep all the extra money they raised if the show is a hit, because they've sold more than 100% worth of shares in the show. So there is no possible way they can pay back all their creditors.
Oh, dear.
All their backers. So now, if the show is a hit, people are going to look into the finances of it. And
oh, no.
Like, oh, no. Okay.
Homina.
And they go back to the office and they're like, what are we going to do? This is another point where they cut out a number that was in the Broadway show. This was a very funny number called "Where Did We Go Right?"
Yes. Okay.
And they talk about how, they picked the wrong play, they picked the wrong director. I think there's a lyric is like, to trip the light fantastic, we picked actors who were spastic.
Oh God.
They were just, they cast it as badly as they could. They picked the wrong director. They picked the horrible script. And then somehow the show is, in spite of everything they tried, still a success. So they're like, where did we go right?
Damn. But yeah, so like at this point, of course, Leo freaks out. He says he takes the books and leaves. He says, I'm going to play ball with the IRS, cooperate with the authorities because, I'm too soft and fragile. I can't go to jail.
Right.
Of course, Max tries to wrestle the books away from him. They have this huge fight. That's where the director, Roger, runs in and his assistant. Max sees him.
Yeah.
Max sees him, gets angry, says, "Oh, you ruined me! You ruined me, you son of a bitch!" And then he goes out.
And of course, because Roger and Carmen weren't in on the scheme, they are just like, "Hey, we have a hit play! Yay!"
Yeah. And then Will Ferrell as Franz comes in with one leg in a cast.
Yeah.
Comes up shooting up the place because he realized that the play was making a mockery of his dear sweet Hitler, and they broke the Ziegfeld oath, so now they all must die. So he just like comes in, guns a blazing, bullets flying to and fro. It's melee. It's bedlam, John.
It's bedlam. It's dogs and cats living together. It's mass hysteria. So he's like shooting them with the Luger. The police come in, and Franz breaks his other leg.
Yes, because he makes a break for it. Because like, I was never in the war.
Yeah. And Leo just kind of misses this. There's a scene after this where Ula comes back to the office and she discovers Leo, and he's like literally hanging up by the door, on the door, on like a hanger.
Yeah, Leo goes into hiding while all this happens, and then that's where the cops find the two different books. One says never. One says show to the IRS.
Right.
The other book says never show to the IRS.
Right. That seems suspicious.
Yes. So the cops end up arresting only Max because he's the only one there.
Right. So, and so Leo's like, oh no, what are we going to do? Ula convinces him we are going to take all this extra money that we earned. Was it like $2 million, I think?
Yes, $2 million. Yeah. She says we can either turn ourselves in or we can take the $2 million and go to Rio.
Yeah. And Leo's like, go to jail to take the fall along with Max, or go off to Rio with this beautiful woman. Mm-hmm. What should I do? What should I do?
Sophie's choice.
Yeah. So he decides to run off to Rio. So Max is there in jail by himself, and this is Nathan Lane's big show-stopping number, Betrayed.
Right, because while Max is in jail, he gets a postcard from Brazil, from Leo and Ula saying, "Oh, we went to Rio. We think about you every day. Every day, I think about you every day when I'm rubbing suntan lotion on the back of Ula during our going on midnight strolls and serenades. I'm
eating pickled herring. We make love on the beach.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I have to go. It's nearly 11. Like, because early when they're interviewing Ula, she says, like, every day at 11 I make love. And they're like, what time should I show up for work? 11.
Oh, hey.
So then Max has this big number, Betrayed, which is basically, it serves as kind of a summary of the entire show up until that point.
Yes, very much so. I thought that was interesting.
Complete with like quotes from the earlier numbers and stuff. Even some of the numbers they cut from the movie, which is kind of funny. And on the stage show, there's even a bit where he just stops and goes, intermission! And he like just pretends to like just be sitting quietly or smoking a cigarette or something like that. Very funny gag. Probably wouldn't work in a movie because we don't have intermissions in movies anymore.
Yeah, no, it's a good gag though. It's a good gag. This was his big good, big. Wait, so it's been a while since I've seen the original producers. Does this happen where Leo takes off with the money and leaves Max to rot? I forget how it goes in the movie.
Oh, I should remember this because I rewatched the movie less than a week ago, and they're kind of blending together in my head.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. It's well, wait. I don't think he doesn't run off to Rio with Ula because Ula barely has a part in the original movie. What they decide to do in the original movie is blow up the theater.
Oh.
To, I think, destroy the evidence. And they get caught and then they end up in jail. So like the movie ends more quickly. The original movie ends more quickly than the stage show. And this movie musical because there's a bit more of a denouement, but like the story peaks with the Springtime for Hitler number, and there's and like after that I think we still have like a half hour of this movie to go. So there's a lot. It could have stood to be shorter, I think.
Yeah, I think so. What's this movie like 240 or something?
It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So like
215,
134 minutes. So. And, usually comedies, I think even if it's a comedy adapted from a Broadway show, you want to try and keep it under 2 hours if you can.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's good. It's just a little long, particularly towards the end.
Right. So, all right, cool. So we're at the part now where Max is pleading his case in court. Right. I made a note that the judge was the guy from The Big Lebowski. I forget the actor's name. Unfortunately.
Great character actor. Let me see. I got the cast list here.
He played like the main Lebowski.
Yeah, the real Lebowski.
The Jeffrey Lebowski, the millionaire, man.
I don't have his name handy, but the jury foreman, played by the great Richard Kind.
Richard Kind,
who of course also played Max in The Producers. I think he played him in London, and he's been in like one of the revivals too.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, So,
nice. Very
and
nice.
it's always nice to see Richard Kind, even if he's just popping up briefly. And he's like, "We find the defendant incredibly guilty."
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the judge, that was David Huddleston.
David Huddleston. We love you, David Huddleston.
The Big Lebowski, man.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so they find him. They find Max incredibly guilty. They're about to throw the book at him. But wait! That's when Leo and Ula burst into the courtroom and want to speak on Max's behalf.
Yeah.
They say that they got married while they were in Rio because it's the only way Leo would consummate the marriage with Ula.
And everyone else in the court is like, "What? Really? Why?
Why? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Come on, baby.
Because he's such a nerd. But yeah.
But yeah, so this is where we get Leo saying, well, who has Max really wronged? He didn't wrong all these old ladies that he got the money from because he gave them companionship. And, among other, friends with benefits.
And dong.
Oh, Jesus. John.
Yeah.
John.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
My goodness.
Was that too crude? Was that too crude in the movie with Springtime for Hitler?
My gracious.
And a number called Keep It Gay?
I never. Of all the things.
I'm sorry. That was over the line.
Land sakes.
I'll get your smelling salts.
Exactly. Yeah, so he was dicking down all these old bitches. And then...
Dicking down all these old bitches.
But yeah, so I mean, so Leo goes on to say, yeah, like I don't feel like I was wrong. I feel like Max actually made me feel like somebody, made me a better person. He gave me a life, and and then when we're friends too, I consider.
Yeah, and he talks about how no one ever called him anything other than Bloom. No one called him Leo. So yeah, they have this number about their friendship called Till Him, where they just kind of talk about how they made each other better people.
Yeah.
So.
You make me want to be a better man.
Yeah.
I do like this one. That's one gag where Max gets to sing about Leo and about how, like, once Leo came into his life, he became a better person. And as he's singing, he kind of strolls out of the courtroom.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then the camera kind of holds on that door for a minute. And then it shows him strolling back into the courtroom with the guard having a gun on him.
Yeah.
I thought, all right, that's pretty funny.
I also like we've got a lot of the Max's little old ladies in the audience, and when Max is giving his part of the Till Him number, the old ladies are sort of going back up like,
yes.
and they get bigger and bigger, and finally Max just turns and goes, "Don't help me." And Nathan Lane just nails it. I mean, Nathan Lane is just amazing in this movie.
Yep, Jersey's own Nathan Lane. Perfect.
And if you ever have a chance to see Nathan Lane on stage, do it. I mean, I was lucky enough to see him in The Producers, and then a few years later, I was able to see him in a production of the Addams Family musical with B.B. Newirth. Hilarious. Ooh. He's great. Yeah.
Good old reliable Nathan.
Yeah. Nathan Detroit, another part he's played on stage.
Wow, I just said that because his name was Nathan. I didn't know he played Nathan Detroit. Yeah. Well, look at that.
Nathan Detroit. Detroit. He was in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. I know he just recently did a production of A Death of a Salesman. I don't know if that's still running or not. But, yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Nathan Lane.
No, I have noticed I have noticed, like, as far as film and TV go, he has taken, like, some more serious roles where he's a little bit more... like threatening, I guess, like at Only Murders in the Building or something like that. His character was a little bit more serious, so like he is showing a little bit more range, I guess. Like he's not just a song and dance man.
Oh yeah, I mean, and he's wonderful at that. But I can't think of anything I've ever seen Nathan Lane in, that I haven't loved him in. I just recently revisited The Birdcage. That's still great.
I've been wanting to do that on this podcast for the longest time, but there's no SNL connection. And like I remember really enjoying that movie back in the day.
It's very fun, and it'd been so long since I'd last watched it. I'd kind of forgotten how much of that movie is like set up for the dinner. But yeah, just really cool. Yeah, still good, still funny.
Yeah, it still holds up. So so as far as this, back to this movie. So yeah, Leo and Max, kind of sing their feelings to each other about how like they're good friends and they really made each other better. And then the judge just sends them both to Sing Sing for 5 years.
Right. Yeah, because they're he's like, it would be a shame to break up this this friendship. So I'm sending you both to prison.
In the name of friendship, I send you both to prison.
Right. I'm just sending you both to prison for tax fraud, along with friends who like tried to murder people. We frown on that.
Yeah, it's not cool, man.
Especially when you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Again, 1959, we still consider Nazis bad.
The good old days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they both went to prison, and then we cut to inside Sing Sing. We see that Leo and Max are putting on a production in there called A Prisoner of Love, where all the inmates sing and dance. They're doing rehearsals.
Gotta sing. Yeah.
We see Leo is selling out shares to prisoners and even some to the warden.
Yeah, the warden owns 100% of the musical. and Leo keeps on selling shares to other people, other guards, other prisoners. It's like, you now own 45%. You own 30%. You own 20%.
Nice. And then we get another inmate played by Michael McKean.
Yeah, holy shit. Just Michael McKean showing up out of nowhere as a prison trustee. And he's like, hey, guys, you've been granted a pardon by the governor of New York. So
they say, for bringing joy and laughter to every murderer, rapist, and sex maniac in Sing Sing through song and dance.
Right. So yeah, Leo and Max are pardoned. So now they can put on this show with Roger and Ula and the whole gang. Yeah. And they release Prisoners of Love. And so they go on and become successful Broadway producers. Max gives Leo the hat.
Yes, and then they go on to do other Broadway shows like High Button Jews and South Passaic, which I got chuckled at.
Yeah, that's very cute, especially if you're from Jersey.
Yeah.
She stoops to conquer.
Yes.
Oh, that's tough to say. She stoops to conquer. Yeah. My Gentile mouth was not meant to say that word.
Liam. Death of a Salesman on Ice.
Yes.
And
yeah, I mean, very funny. So yeah, they have a big run of other successful Broadway shows.
Yeah, and then they have a great friendship, and they become successful Broadway producers. And the end.
Yeah, and then we got a number over the closing credits. There's nothing like a show on Broadway, which I think was an original song for this movie. I don't remember this being on the original cast recording. And usually, I think when they're bringing a Broadway show to the movies, they do write an original song or two because that way you can get nominated for an Oscar. Because if the song was originally done elsewhere, you can't get an Oscar for that.
Oh, okay.
So it has to be a new song.
New song.
It's a whole racket. It's a whole racket, man.
That's how they get you, man.
That's how they get you. And we got the cast and a little cameo by Mr. Mel Brooks singing goodbye to the audience at the end after the credits. So,
absolutely. So and and that's it. That's the producers. What are your thoughts on it overall? You think?
Overall, I feel like it's a good movie. I do feel like it's too long. I do feel like the big handicap is Uma Thurman was miscast.
Yeah.
But I don't know who I would point to from 2005 to say, oh, yeah, this person definitely would have been better. I feel like Nicole Kidman probably would have been better, but I feel like there's got to be somebody even better who they could have done that, who was in a Broadway league. But I can't put my finger on who.
I'm sure.
Largely because of this restraining order. But
that's still ongoing?
It's an ongoing thing. I mean, 500 feet at all times.
Okay. But, all right. Let's not get into that.
I can't say much more because of the non-disclosure agreement. But
my lawyers advised me to keep mum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Like, I did enjoy it, but I feel like I mean, I don't think it deserved to maybe do as poorly as it did, but like I do think it's far from perfect. There's like a lot of good stuff here and there. I feel
Yeah.
like you said, Uma Thurman. I feel like maybe somebody better. I don't want to say better, but like
It's
more
not the
fitted.
yeah, it's not the instant classic that you would hope it would be. You know,
Yeah,
especially because the Broadway show was so stupendously successful. I mean, it was such a phenomenon, and maybe no movie could live up to that.
maybe
I
that's it
mean,
too. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I do feel like it works better as a live show than as a movie. So
Yeah, that might be it too. I mean, I think because like they did make a point to hire so many people from the theater to make this
mhm.
movie as close to a theater experience as possible. I
Right.
think I think part of me kind of feels like, oh, you're also making a movie, so maybe you should have some people that have experience in movie making. I mean, you got Mel Brooks, of course,
Yeah. I mean,
but like he
yeah,
seems to
and
be the
it
only
is
one.
kind of tough to turn a Broadway musical into a movie,
It is.
or
It
into
is.
like a mainstream movie. So
I mean, the only one I could think of that maybe pulled it off. I remember really liking Chicago when that movie came out. I thought that
Chicago's pretty great. Yeah.
I think
I
Chicago
I
did
actually
it.
haven't seen Chicago on stage, but I loved that movie, man.
I think
That was
yeah, I think the movie did it. I think they're one of the
yeah.
ones that really pulled it off. Wicked, I saw. I thought it was all right.
Haven't seen Wicked on stage or in the theater. I haven't seen either of those.
But yeah,
Um,
it is. I mean, I don't know. Listeners, let us know what was your favorite musical to movie experience. Which one do you think pulled it off the best? I think Chicago might take the crown for me.
yeah. Rini, come on. I know you have opinions on this.
Come on, Rini, come on.
Chime in. Chime in. Let us know.
Hmm.
Let us know. And who would you have cast instead of Uma Thurman? I'm assuming that you're not wild about Uma Thurman either. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling about this.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking directly to Rini now.
I don't know. Maybe Scarlett Johansson? She was pretty big in '05, right?
She might have been a little young still. I don't
Mm,
know. But I mean, yeah, she can sing. She could, yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Scarlett Johansson's closer to the type.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who was big in '05 that would
Yeah,
fit.
that's the thing that's getting me because I was looking it up. I was like, was Megan Hilty a thing yet? And I was looking up. I was like, oh, okay, Megan Hilty wasn't quite a thing yet, either
Mm,
on Broadway or in live action. And she's not necessarily the name. So
yeah.
I mean, she's wonderful, but not necessarily the name they were looking for. I feel like Nicole Kidman could have worked.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Um,
Maybe.
Christina Hendricks, I don't think was a thing yet.
No, I mean, Mad Men came out later.
Yeah,
Um,
and I have no idea if she can sing or dance.
I, I
But Christina Hendricks, just stand there and breathe.
yes, yes. You said more eloquently what I was trying to say.
you know.
Absolutely. And yeah, so guys, let us know. And that's the episode, guys. Thanks again for listening
Hmm.
to the podcast. As always, you could follow us on the Blue Skies at
Hmm.
SNL Nerds. You can donate to our Patreon, non-productive.com. You can listen to this nonsense on our YouTube page,
Hmm.
non-productive.com. And as always, you could follow me, myself, and I on all the socials at Darren Credible, DARIN Credible.
And you can follow me on the socials at Trumbull Comic. That's TRUMBULL and the word comic. And Darren, I feel like you've been holding back. I feel like you've got something else going on that you desperately want to talk about. Maybe something exciting coming up that you want to plug. Am I correct in thinking that? Am I
What?
totally off base here?
Well, John, all right, you dragged it out of me.
Okay. All
So,
right.
as many of you know, we always start off with this podcast with two comics from New Jersey because we are stand-up comedians, and
Ostensibly, yes.
ostensibly, in the broadest of sense. And
Right.
yeah, and so for some of you that follow me on the socials, you may have seen me put up some news that I will be filming my very first stand-up comedy special / recording an album. It's going to be happening on Thursday, October 8th at the Newark Culture Club. I'm doing two shows, a 7 o'clock and a 9 o'clock. You can find all ticket info at newarkcultureclub.com. Buy your tickets, please. I need folks to come on out to this thing. Like if it's just me and my wife there, and that's it. I'm just gonna burst into tears and cry. So
Darren's self-esteem is in your hands,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen. So come on, make him feel good about himself. Come there and support. If you are anywhere on the East Coast, in the Northeast in general, come out to Newark. That's a Newark Culture Club. What's the date again, Darren?
Thursday, October 8th.
Okay. 7 o'clock show?
Yes.
And 9?
Yep.
Okay, 9 o'clock?
9 p.m. Yes, 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. 7 o'clock, 9 p.m. Round numbers. You can remember those, right? Right?
Yeah. Write it down somewhere on a chalkboard or a whiteboard or put it on your apps, as the kids do these days.
That's right. Yeah. Thursday. What else you got going on Thursdays? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. No one's calling you.
Say it again.
Yeah. You got nowhere to go. She's not calling back. She's done with you. So why don't you?
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you blew it, man.
Or you could ask her along with you.
Oh,
and say, hey, you want to see this really funny comedian from this podcast that I listen to? You want to hear him record an album? Maybe we'll end up on the video.
Yeah, maybe this will win her heart. This will win her.
Right.
Put her back in your life, man. This is it.
This will be the thing that puts it over the top.
This is it.
Be like, hey. This person knows me. This person knows what I like.
That's right.
This person takes me out to see funny comedians.
Absolutely. My comedy is like an aphrodisiac, baby. You bring your ladies or your gents to my shows. Afterwards, y'all be fucking. I think
it's like a Barry White show.
Oh,
really.
Baby, that's right.
It's like, you're just going to be like, let's get it on.
Yeah, I come out in a crushed velvet suit. dabbing my head with a handkerchief, telling some jokes, and before you know it, everybody's getting impregnated.
What are we doing? How did we even get here?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, Darren's doing a comedy show. Come see that.
Yay! Come through. Yeah. I got that happening in Newark, New Jersey, and I'm gonna also be doing a warm-up show before that in September, where I kind of go through the hour and work out the kinks. That'll be in New York City. I'll put out the details for that a little bit later.
Yeah. But what's the date again? Thursday?
October 8th, 7 p.m., 9 p.m., Thursday, October 8th of this year.
Yeah, 2026.
The year of our Lord. Newark Culture Club. Info is on their website, NewarkCultureClub.com.
And that's Newark, not New York. Newark.
Yes, Newark.
Newark.
Yes. Newark, New Jersey, not Newark, Delaware. Don't go to Newark, Delaware and look for me. I won't be there.
Yeah. It's Tate from New Jersey. Come on. That's part of our brand.
Right.
He's got to record the special in New Jersey. Come on.
Damn straight, baby.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So I think, have we plugged enough?
I think we're good. I'll probably keep repeating this every episode until the recording, but yeah.
I think you should. But for now, I feel slightly unclean.
As you should.
Yeah. So what are we doing next week on the pod, Darren? What do we got coming up? We got to have something else exciting going on. We got to keep this summer momentum going. Hey, you know who we haven't had on the podcast in a while, like a movie featuring?
Who? Hit me.
Woody Harrelson. I feel like we need another Woody Harrelson movie. We did Zombieland. We did what was the basketball movie?
Semi-Pro.
That basketball movie is a really unmemorable title.
It really is. It's just a drab title.
It really is. It goes right out of my head.
It's a drab-ass title.
But anyway, let's do another Woody Harrelson movie. What do you say?
I say yes, old friend. I say yes.
Okay. So let's say, I'm just going to pull a name out of thin air. Kingpin, featuring Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson and another former SNL cast member, Randy Quaid.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Kingpin, Bowling, Fairley Brothers, Murray, Harrelson, Quaid.
Yeah. Vanessa Angel.
Oh.
Ooh, Vanessa Angel.
She's an angel. Dreamweaver.
Yeah, very funny movie. Liked it. Probably my favorite Fairley Brothers movie, I think. I'm going to go on a limb. I like it better than Something About Mary.
Dumb and Dumber, too, but better than that?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay.
I'll say so. Yeah, I think that was my favorite.
All right. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'll be happy to revisit it and challenge you if you are wrong, good sir.
Oh, please do. Please do. Challenge me. We'll have a big falling out before your big comedy album debut.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yay.
Yeah. Let's have a feud. We'll get some we'll get some publicity from our big falling out. Well, let's have a big falling out on air.
Let's do it. Pistols at dawn.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes, let's break up like Opie and Anthony. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds like fun. Yeah. One of us will split off and do another show with Frank.
Yeah, he just changed, man. I don't know about him anymore. I just can't deal with him anymore. I just had it.
Anyway, yeah, so join us next week. We're going to talk all about Kingpin, possibly break up. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But until then, nerd out!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.